So how do the Latinos for Trump feel now knowing that in Oklahoma there's a bill that they were trying to pass that will make anyone with Hispanic descent be considered a terrorist? I'm gonna let that marinate for a little bit, because you guys are a disgrace, literally a disgrace to Latin community. You thought by voting for an orange man would help our community? Would help you? Did it make you feel better? Like, yeah, I know Democrats aren't perfect, but at least your birthright wouldn't be questioned. At least you wouldn't be called a terrorist. That's crazy.
Have y'all seen the video of that Cuban Trump supporter, man, complaining about Trump after there was a video that went viral of him celebrating Trump's victory a few months ago because Trump signed an executive order that's pretty much demanding that truck drivers know and speak and can read English in order for them to be a truck driver? And guess what this guy does for a living, man? Yeah, he drives a truck, man. He hasn't just driven a truck. He's been driving a truck for 20 freaking years, man. For 20 years, and now he's scared that he might lose his license because he doesn't speak a lick of English. And at that point, I mean, yo, you've been here for 20 years, man. At that point, you kind of did it to yourself, bro. But whatever, man. It points to the fact that there was a lot of Latinos, man, that were supporting Trump, that I was looking at them like, I don't know, bro. I think you might want to be quiet at this, at least publicly, because a lot of Latinos out there were doing certain things that, when the Democrats are in control, they just look the other way. They don't really care, But when the Republicans get up in there, they start shaking things down, you feel me? And now this dude is over here scared because he's like, damn, how am I gonna feed my family, bro? This is all I do. And yeah, I know that the Latinos that hate Trump are having a field day with this video, man. It's going around the internet. Everybody's telling me, you see, we told you he don't care about no Latinos. But nah, bro, come on, let's start learning English, bro. You've been here 20 years, bro. That's one thing that Latinos do that blows my mind, bro. I know people been here 40, 50 years, bro. Don't speak a lick, can't even beg in English, bro. But yeah, that was a little funny.
The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all.
So Cynthia is on the internet crying because she voted for Trump knowing that her father was undocumented and he got deported. Not only did he get deported, but he has stage 4 cancer. And I hate to be the one to kick someone when they're down, but to be on here talking about the American flag stands for liberty, kindness. Since when, ma'am? Since when? Because not in Black American history has it ever stood for that. Not in recent American history did it ever stand for that. And for the people who are the Latinos for Trump saying that, I didn't know that I was going to get, what about the giant mass deportation now signs? What about build the wall? What about Trump's whole first presidency made you think that this would be okay? And I'm sorry, I have no tears. No tears whatsoever. This is the consequence of your actions. And for all those other people who voted for Trump and got exactly what they thought would happen to other people, it's sad, but sometimes you have to learn the lesson the hard way.
Did you see what just came out today? We need to break this down. UnidosUS, the largest civil rights advocacy organization for Latinos, released a bipartisan poll that shows that only 25% of Latinos who voted for Donald Trump in 2024 will do so this time. And 76% of Hispanic voters are going to almost certainly vote. And this, Fox News also released a poll showing that Trump's approval has dropped 40 points among Latino voters. This is huge. And in Florida, where Latinos can make or break a race, 51% of Latino voters here in the state disapprove of Donald Trump. As a Latina myself who served in Congress, and I was the first Latina nominated for U.S. Senate here in the state of Florida, this can really decide who is going to ultimately hold the House and the Senate. What do you think? What are Latinos going to do in Florida, in Texas?
Here's Joe from Georgia. So voting has consequences, and those voters in the states of Kentucky and West Virginia are finding out that their vote, which, by the way, was overwhelmingly for Donald Trump in 2024, is coming back to haunt them. And the haunting is in the coal industry. The coal industry's had a tough time for decades. However, they had seen a new revival in that because they had a huge buyer in the world. Guess who? China. China is the biggest consumer of coal in the world, and they were buying it from companies out of West Virginia and Kentucky, where thousands of people are employed in the coal industry to make their living. Well, those people have been voting staunchly Republican for years. Well, in this instance, they are finally finding out that maybe they made a mistake. And not maybe, because the coal industry, once again, the largest consumer in the world of coal is China. The tariffs have made it to where China will not buy American coal. And without buying American coal, you're putting tens of thousands of people out of work in Kentucky and West Virginia. So once again, voting has consequences, and you're finding out in Kentucky and West Virginia. Good luck.
3 things I regret about becoming a Trump supporter. When you meet other Trump supporters, they are going to immediately think that they're your friend. Especially if it's like a gun-toting, redneck-looking dude, he is going to give you a hug. You are going to feel so safe when you're around other Trump supporters. There's always someone who's carrying, and man, do they have your back. And number 3, the worst one of all, is they're just so inclusive. They don't care if you left the left yesterday, if you're a gay Trump supporter, black, brown, or upside down. You go to a Trump rally and everybody is treated like family. Honestly, it's just so annoying.
As a Latino, I've never been more embarrassed and more disappointed in the Latin community for even voting or thinking of voting for Trump. Voting against your own self-interest is counterproductive. It's insane to me. Like, y'all don't make no sense. What's not clicking? And let's be very serious. Latinos voted for Trump because they want to be as close to whiteness as possible. It's because they're anti-black. It's because of the internalized racism. It's because of the pure not even internalized. It's for the outward racism. That's really mainly what it was. And let's not forget the misogyny of it all. Let's not forget that, because one thing a Latina woman is gonna do is gonna put her man, her son, and any male figure in the Latin community up on a pedestal with ease. And that's exactly what the Latino men thrive on. The women always putting them up on a pedestal. And that's really the sad part about it, because there is no reason why they should have been voting for Trump at all. I'm disappointed today, and I'm just so disappointed.
I don't want to hear your cries. I don't want to hear your complaining. I don't want to hear your coulda, shoulda, wouldas, because I don't feel no ways tired. I don't want to hear this is not what I voted for. This is exactly what you voted for. That man let you know time and time again that he don't fool up with black and brown people. And it's sad, because you yearning so bad to have proximity to whiteness made you turn a blind eye to the disrespect, made you feel like you were bigger than the program, made you feel like all the insults that he spewed against your people didn't apply to you. So now y'all want to act shocked and appalled because he done called the National Guard, everybody and they mama, to scrape you and your family members off the floor of LA. No better for you.
So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you, because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted, or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too, and I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them, because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Not white, undocumented Europeans, Latinos. And now some of you are shocked? What did you think was going to happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are going to defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative. They're religious. Okay. But at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming. Please don't share any hate, not even towards Latinos who voted for Trump. This is just my personal view and my frustration about this entire situation.